Welcome back to Movie Nerds Alert. We have another video. This one is for the top 5
movies of the year.
2017 is
Annual.
over.
I'm even dressed up for this. Look at this.
Me too. And we brought with us a special guest, my partner in crime, Kelly.
Kelly.
So I'm bringing her on this list because she wanted to, and because
He wanted me to.
No, she's the reason that I saw all these movies, and she was the one that came with me to all of them. So
2017 came and gone. We saw a lot of movies.
A lot of movies.
A lot of movies, and in fact, I've never seen more movies in my life this year because
We started this.
and so let's get this straight. Our top 5 is our opinion. It's our top 5.
This is all subjective.
All
so
subjective.
If you have a disagreement,
It's fine.
just go ahead and flag
Because
it.
films are subjective. Films are just subjective, and so don't, be mean. You know who you are.
Ladies first, what was your number 5?
Okay, you'll have to excuse me because I made some notes about the movies. So my number 5 is The War for the Planet of the Apes.
Wow!
So I just recently got into the Planet of the Apes movies this year, and
So good.
yeah, they're really great. This movie especially, I felt really connected to Caesar.
He's
He
so
looked
good.
so real, and I was just crying, throughout the movie, when sad things happened, and
Yeah.
I feel like if I feel connected to a fake animal, it definitely deserves to be on my list.
No, that's a good point.
All right. My number 5 is Moana. Now, a lot of people liked Coco better than Moana, and like any other Disney movie than Moana, but I really liked it because it's a different take on a Disney princess, and I just like the songs on it.
Mine would have to be, and people are going to yell at me for this, is Star Wars The Last Jedi. Directed by Rian Johnson, and everybody is giving crap about this movie. Well, at least most of the fanboy of Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and I thought this Star Wars was different than any other Star Wars movie, and I like that. I didn't want the same thing like Empire, and same thing, as they're following their.
You wanted something different?
Yeah, I wanted something different. And I thought Rian Johnson did that. This film had a lot of great scene, a lot of things that didn't need to be in there. We all know which scene that is, and so.
True.
But Star Wars: The Last Jedi is my number 5.
All right.
All right. My number 4 would have to be Baby Driver. I actually just saw this movie this past weekend.
That's pretty low. 4. Wow.
Yeah, and I really liked it. What was his name? Baby. Okay, take that part
B-A-B-Y,
out.
Baby.
Sorry.
Baby, who recommended that movie to you guys?
This guy. Really cool car chases, amazing soundtrack, and it was just really cool the way that they put the whole movie together with
That's good.
the
Yeah.
soundtrack, and everything was connected.
My number 4 would be It.
Oh, nice.
2017 remake of the
That's good.
the TV miniseries or whatever. Great horror movie, great directing, great cinematography, great characters. I love this movie all around, and it terrified me to death.
My number 4 is called Wind River. Probably you've never seen it because it was a very low budget film. It was directed by Taylor Sheridan. This movie is starring Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch. It's intense, it's dark, has a pretty intense shooting scene in this movie. It is an awesome movie, and I recommend it. So that's my number 4, Wind River.
All right. My number 3 is going to be Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh,
Yeah, no? Isn't this no judgment? Isn't that
I know.
Isn't that all you said at the beginning of the
My
video?
bad.
So I loved Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I thought he did a really
He's
great
good.
job.
He was-
So I thought it was a great action, great comedy, and I felt like the villain, Michael Keaton, wasn't forgettable. I feel like that was kind of a popular trend in movies in 2017. Villains were pretty forgettable for me.
I think for
I thought
Marvel
he was
altogether.
good.
Yeah, and
He
I
was-
felt like he did a really great job.
was
and I
good.
did, yeah.
Cool. My number 3 would be on the other end of that spectrum is Wonder Woman.
Nice.
So I'm
nice.
going with DC here.
Oh,
Wonder
of course
Woman.
you are.
Sorry. Wonder Woman was great. I have nothing else to say than it was great.
It was wonderful.
It was wonderful.
It was a woman.
It was a woman. You're the woman. You should be all about this film.
I'll bet you that's her. I'll bet you that's her number one.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
it
see.
is.
Anyway, but this movie's great. One of the most beloved DC characters, and she finally got her own solo film, and it was very well done.
My number 3. We are number 3, right? My number 3 is Logan. This adaptation of Old Man Logan was incredible. It was intense. It was bloody. And there was a lot of F-words in there, and I'm sure everybody loves it. And I thought this movie was incredible. From start to finish, if it wasn't an X-Men or a mutant or superhero movie, it would have been a great movie still, because of the way it was shot, the tone of it was great. So, Logan.
Cool.
So that is also my number 2.
Ah!
Is Logan. For me, I've been an X-Men fan my whole life, and I just felt like it was, for me, it was probably one of the best, probably the best comic book movie of the year. And I think,
I would have to.
yeah, it was great.
I would agree with
Tom
that.
said everything else I could say.
That's good.
My number 2 is Baby Driver. I also saw this recently. I wish I had seen it sooner because it's such a good movie. It's just very, like, there's a lot of tension, and it just builds and builds and builds, and you really start to care about the character Baby. Lily James did really well. She was the Cinderella, and
She's so good.
she did really well in this, other than Ansel Elgort. He did awesome in it as well. So that's my number 2.
My number 2 would also be Baby Driver.
All right.
This movie was at number 1 for the longest time in my list for the movie of the year, but there's another movie that kind of bumps it down. But this movie, beat by beat, was to the music, and Edgar Wright created, I think to me, this is his best film. Before it was Scott Pilgrim. You have seen that movie, it was really good, but I thought that was the best until Baby Driver came along. So he did it. It was a great movie, just like Paul said. The character in there was good. Lily James was incredible, and I can't say Lily James.
Ansel Elgort.
There you go. He was great. And Kevin Spacey was good too.
That's back before we knew he was a tool bag.
Now it's, yeah, anyways. But yeah, Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. All right, so what about some honorable mentions? Just spit out some names of movies you love.
Split.
Split was
Unreal.
good.
Get Out.
Get Out was okay. I didn't think it was
Oh.
Justice League.
Justice League. Okay. I don't know if that was part. Maybe that's his. Mine was Wonder Woman. It didn't make the list. I had it at number 6. I thought I couldn't put it past Star Wars. I don't know, just because I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's also Colossus.
Jumanji, we just saw that.
Jumanji was good.
That's good.
The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest
The
Showman.
yeah. I hear the Disaster Artist
Coco.
is good.
Coco, yeah.
Coco.
That's, you didn't have Coco at number 1, huh?
I don't know. All right. All right, let's get to number 1.
Number
What was
one.
your number 1?
Movie of the year.
That was my movie of the
Yeah,
year.
Yeah.
Coco.
Coco is my number 1 movie. Aside from the long Frozen short at the beginning,
Oh my god.
I absolutely love this movie. The animation in the movie is just incredible. There's this one scene where he's going up. Which one of you is that?
That's me.
The animation in this movie is really incredible. There's this one scene where he's going up into the land of the dead, and there's like this just
The
like,
bridge.
this whole city, and it's
Yeah.
just absolutely beautiful. I love the music. It made me laugh. It made me cry more than I'd like to say. I just loved it. I absolutely loved it.
All right. My number 1 would have to be Logan.
Oh.
Logan,
is.
I love this movie. It's been 17 years of Hugh Jackman's character as Wolverine, and this is the perfect way to go out. It was very real to me. It was a very real superhero take on a superhero film, because, well, he dies at the end. That's sad, but it's also very realistic. Like, what would it really be like if someone got hit in the face with a bunch of metal knives? That's what it would look like.
Yep.
And you really care about this character already, and there's not really a need for character development.
No.
So you
Yeah, it's
get what you
17
get.
years
It
of
just
it.
it starts and it goes and it's done.
It was a beautiful death.
It was a beautiful movie.
Sad.
Hugh Jackman, you're a beautiful man.
He is beautiful.
He's not really dead, right?
He is the greatest showman, man. I can't
Wow.
help it.
Wow, good poll.
Anyways.
That's show business.
Oh my god.
All right, Tom. What's your number 1? I already
My
know.
number 1 is the same as Kelly. It's Coco.
Alright!
Coco is my number 1. Now, everybody's gonna say, how can an animated movie? I don't care. It is a great movie, period. It had heart, it made me cry, and the only reason I picked Coco because instead of Baby Driver, it pulled the emotion out of me. This film made me cry, made me laugh, made me, all the emotion that I could go through as a father. It went, it was all there, and I thought this movie was great. Like Kelly said, the animation was incredible. There's nothing wrong with this movie. Now I know I didn't give this a 10 out of 10 like Baby Driver, but I just feel like because of what it did to me as an individual as I was watching the movie, I had to get it number one because it was a great film. So that was my number one.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. What was your top 5
Yeah.
2017 movies? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you guys for supporting us for 2017. We will be back in 2018 with some new things, and we love you.
All right, see you next time.